You know what, Klay Thompson, this is for you, because here's the thing. When you popped out with Megan Thee Stallion, we all said, okay, okay. We're like, you know what? You know what? He's got a good job. He's got a good job. Okay, they've got similar interests. Okay. We can make this, we can make it work. Okay? You should know that. You should know that your face was an unwelcome caveat on what we hoped was a good situation. Don't ever piss me off like this again. Oh.
The internet is losing it over the Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson cheating allegation. Let me tell you something. People are losing their mind. You're gonna hear today the craziest and the funniest and the most shocking reaction to that breakup. Stay tuned, like and subscribe.
Meg Thee Stallion is an example that when men feel like that you live the lifestyle that they don't feel like is acceptable, you should not have anything good come to you from that point on.
Yes.
If they think that you a hoe, they don't think that no man should ever want you. You should never be treated well by a man. You should never be taken serious by a man. Nobody should ever treat you good again because you were a hoe. If you had a baby by a man with no ring, like Sierra with Future, you should never end up with a good man. You should never find a man who's willing to be the stepfather, take care of your child like it's theirs, and love you properly. You don't deserve that. You should have your life ruined forever. That's what they want. That's what they want. They love seeing that Megan got cheated on. Even though I don't even really believe in the relationship, I'm just talking about it because it's a trending topic, and I'm only using it as an example because it's a trending topic. The fact of the matter is, women like her, they do not believe deserve a second chance at anything. Once you've done whatever it is that you did, no good should ever come to you ever again in your life. Now, on the flip side of it, they can go out here and live any kind of way.
Yes.
They can go out here be a hoe. They can go out here have as many kids as they want by as many women. And then you, as a woman, you're supposed to be accepting of it. You're supposed to look over the things that they did, right? Especially if you're a better catch than they are. You're a woman with no kids. You're a woman who didn't sleep around. They think that you doing too much by saying, no, I don't want you either because you're passed around. You got a bunch of kids by a bunch of different women. You're used goods. See, they don't like that. When you start doing that, then they hit you with stuff like, oh, you think that you perfect.
Yeah.
You ain't never gonna find no perfect man. Funny, huh? Right? You deserve a second chance. Somebody should take a chance on you. You deserve happiness. But the woman don't whenever she do something that you deem is unacceptable. She live a life that you don't agree with. Nobody should ever love her properly again. But you deserve a second chance. And that's why I get so mad when y'all women give these men grace for the messed up circumstances that they come to you with. Being unemployed, not having nowhere to stay, not having a car, having a bunch of baby mamas, not having no money. Why exactly would you give this man a chance, right? Based off his own logic, he don't deserve to be loved properly either. He leftovers, he trash. So why exactly does he deserve a woman like you to come into his life and try to fix up the mess that he done created? I feel like double standards don't exist over here. I give you back what you put out. If you think that a woman, once she live a life that you don't agree with, don't deserve to be loved properly, guess what? The same go for you.
You can't cheat on somebody you weren't in a relationship with, Megan. And Megan knows this, but the contract is over, allegedly. And peep how she wants to make it seem like, oh, he cheated on me. That is a sympathy play. Y'all gotta see through this shit. Y'all gotta see through it. That is a setup for sympathy, because they about to roll out some new music that's still not gonna sell. But the whole point of her being with Klay was to rebrand her. Like, we got tired of hearing about her sexcapades. We got tired of seeing her clap her ass from every different angle, like the raunchy music. We got tired of it, right? And the music hasn't been selling, so they put her with an older light-skinned nigga to make it seem like, yeah, our girl about to settle down. You know, she to be taken seriously. You know, she about to get engaged. That's why they was posting every single, 5 seconds of their PR stunt. Oh, I got a key to his house and we moved in together. Come on, and y'all be believing this shit. Y'all be believing it. That's why the industry gonna always win. Like, it don't matter what files they release, the industry gonna always win because of alleged switchcraft, because they got people who really are under the spell. Like when they do spells, allegedly it's like mass psychosis spells, and like they got a lot of people who still believe that like Megan was they got people who still believe that like Megan is a good, honest person, like even though she lies like a motherfucking rug.
Yes.
And so y'all just eat it up. And so the people who still believe her lies are gonna believe that, oh my God, men just keep doing her wrong. She's just been through so much. And them 5 people are gonna stream that new mess that's about to come out. Let's talk in the comments.
Okay, so boom, and for everybody sitting on the internet talking about some, oh, Megan Thee Stallion
agree.
got cheated on by Klay Thompson. No, she didn't. No, she didn't, because that relationship never happened, okay? It was never a thing. It never existed. Whole time, that was AI. This is why y'all need to stay out of other people's business, okay? It never happened. Our girl been out here on Moulin Rouge, opening up Popeyes, taking pictures. We finna get a bomb slapping album. It's finna go up. But that never happened. Understood? How did they deserve?
The problem with women like Megan Thee Stallion is that y'all don't realize that you're cooking your fucking digital footprint. Like, we've been saying this shit for years. Men already know what's desirable in the marketplace. So you come in here and you try to do your own way and think you get the same duties as the woman who was virtuous, who literally went above and beyond and was exceptional. Why would I ever make sacrifices for you? Like, in what world do you think that a digital footprint that you put on blast to the entire world is something that I want to have by my side, gang? Like, yeah, for a little moment, cool, for some clips, sure, but to be my family, raise my kids, get the fuck out of here. And that's really the problem. That's why y'all see some of these crazy relationships, crazy baby moms, is people who are so infatuated with the person and the aesthetic and just the fact of losing them and not thinking, is this woman really fit to raise my kids? Is this the type of person that I want raising my children? Like, this shit doesn't click to most people, bro, but y'all don't realize that this is the game that we're playing in. You were born into it.
Megan Thee Stallion getting cheated on should make you feel better about getting cheated on, because it's such a prime example of how pathetic and fragile men's egos can be and how it oftentimes does lead to them cheating on their partners. Megan Thee Stallion is the full package, right? Like, she's beautiful in a goddess kind of way. She is sexy. She has the kind of sex appeal that most of us could only ever dream about. She's smart, she's talented, she is wildly successful, and from what we've seen, she's a very kind, supportive, and loving partner. And I'm sure that when Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion first started dating, he saw all of those attributes, and being able to pull Megan Thee fucking Stallion was a huge ego boost for him, right? He pulled Megan Thee fucking Stallion. I'm sure he wore that as a badge of honor. I'm sure as their relationship went on, Klay started to realize that he was not the icon in their relationship. He's Megan Thee Stallion's boyfriend, not the other way around. When they're out and about together, she's the one getting asked for autographs and for pictures, not him, right? And so instead of still wearing this title as a badge of honor and seeing her success and being happy for her and supportive of her, he sees it as a direct threat to his ego. Obviously, I don't know Klay Thompson personally, I'm not going to pretend to, but I would put money on the fact that this man did not cheat on Megan Thee Stallion because he was lacking anything in that relationship. He cheated on Megan Thee Stallion because he needs to be with people that he deems lesser than him, less successful, less wealthy, etc., in order for him to feel like a man, in order for him to feel worthy, in order for his ego to stay intact. This is the case for so many men out there. It is a tale as old as time. If you are a woman and you have ever been cheated on by a man, tell me, was he insecure? Was he threatened by your success? Was he threatened by your friendships? Was he threatened by your beauty? Yeah, right. It's interesting, isn't it?
Since we on the topic, I might as well go ahead and add my 2 cents. Everybody talking about how she spoke about playing house and being around his family and cooking and all of that. Ain't nobody noticed how her nails was the same for 40 days and 40 nights? If you a real fan, you know just how often she changed her nails. She was a nail girly. That goes to show you she changed little things about herself to please that man, and he still played in her face. I got on here and I told y'all, you don't ever tell a man what you've been through, because all you're doing is giving him the playbook on how much he can get away with. And as someone who went through it personally, it's a different type of spiral when you've already been through a lot and you took time to heal yourself and you go to open up again and you assume that this one was different. You don't know what type of mask he had on or how well he sold himself to her. From my knowledge, he's the exact same. Apparently, he's done this to numerous women. But, yeah, it's a different type of heartbreak when you assume that this situation was going to be different. You get what I'm saying? You assume that,
agree.
okay, maybe this is actually the one. You could tell she thought they was going to get married and start a family. And he probably fed off of that. Like, bro, you got 30 minutes, Klay. You got 30 minutes.